Welcome back, and we've arrived in Saigon where we tried our first sugarcane juice, which was interesting. And then we met with Sophie's EYP friend who took us on a city walk and also for lunch, and then we stopped at these cafe apartments and I almost dropped my camera off the edge. Hi guys, we've just been to the cafe apartments.
Very nice.
And now we're walking back down the stairs. Here's the view from the bottom, and we did in fact have to walk all the steps all the way up, but it was worth it for the view. Hi guys, right now we're going out for our first night in Saigon! We saw this food market, which is where we got the sugarcane juice, and we decided to get some, try a couple different things for dinner from here. So we had this weird tofu thing, we also had that fish thing, and we were hoping to get some noodles or some egg fried rice, but they literally had none of it, so we got chips. And then we went down Party Street in the night, which was so busy, but all of the bars and whatever they were empty, so the street was full of people. Anyways, you had to go up and down this to get to our hostel called Violet Star Hotel and Spa. I highly recommend it. Richard is a wonderful guy. Anyways, this is what it was like. There were dancers. We tried to go out here, but it just looked so empty and dodgy. We did not. The next morning we explored the Independence Palace, and this symbolic building represents the fall of Saigon, when a North Vietnamese army tank crashed through the gates in 1975. However, the history of this palace goes back all the way to 1858 under the French government. However, about a century later, in 1965, there was a failed assassination attack on the president, and the whole building was completely demolished and rebuilt. We found that Saigon was quite a walkable city, which was nice, and we also came across Book Street, which was a very westernized concept, but still fun nevertheless. However, it was absolutely nothing compared to the top reason to come to Saigon, which is the post office, of course. Because independence is important.
That's so true.
So true.
By far, but not too far.
Do you want a picture of yourself in front of the post office?
Yes, please. Let's go. And of course we had to send some ridiculously overpriced postcards home. The area of Saigon that we were in was noticeably cleaner than we had expected, and there was lots of Western influence. This was probably the rich, expensive part though, and we did walk past lots of fancy shops and even a H&M.
You regularly go to London. Are you that interested in pigeons?
I think I'm making my shot for the vlog. Taste of home. Our first experience of going on a grab bike in Vietnam was when we went back from this temple, which was quite busy, and there were lots of locals there praying. And of course we had to have banh mi, our favourite food. The next day we visited the War Remnants Museum, which showed the real and very brutal truth of the Vietnam War. And I don't think that I'll ever forget some of the stories I read about the Agent Orange, how it was used, and the impacts that it has had on so many lives. We could have spent a long time in here. The building was composed of several stories, and there were lots of bombs and rifles and tanks outside to look at. The sheer size of some of the bombs was insane, but I don't think anybody enjoyed this as much as the guy in the next shot who pretended to shoot this weapon for about 5 minutes. Anyways, this concludes our journeys in Vietnam, and then we got on the bus and headed to Phnom Penh in Cambodia for much more Eat, Pray, Love, of course.